what used to be considered a futuristic concept is now being used in classrooms right here in South Dakota.
In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Summer Roddershot tells us how virtual reality is becoming a student's reality.
When Jet Yagi first came to college, she didn't quite know what to think about virtual reality simulations.
I didn't think it would help me at all. I wasn't too sure about it because I always think I'm right and my instructor's wrong.
But she was quickly won over by the use of virtual reality in Southeast Technical College's Collision Repair and Refinishing program. They have been using VR for the past couple of years.
This one has the best virtual reality system that I've used. When I have the goggles on and everything, it is just like I'm in the booth. So it's just like, for me, it's supernatural, and that's what I want the students to have, is that experience.
In this program, students are able to paint different car parts.
I get to pick the color of paint that I get to use, and I select my panel. I think the last one I did was a hood, and then you kind of just go through and you can play with the settings to see your angle, your speed, and seeing how consistent you are to the panel. And then there's also other settings that will change the color to be like red, blue, and green, seeing if your pattern is correct, if you're overlaying correctly.
The gun is weighted, and the gun has controls on it just like a real gun. And when you're spraying, it actually vibrates, just like the feel of a gun. And the students get to actually go and watch and do the pattern. So they get to do the technique and everything involved with that. So it's about as real as you could possibly get.
While it may look like a cool game to some people, Dana Davis, the collision instructor, says there are benefits to students using the VR program.
What we've seen so far is they're using the simulator for 2 to 3 hours, and then they go out into the lab and their skills are instantaneously improved. A lot of the students that struggle spend more time on the simulator, and it brings them up to speed with more advanced students.
But you can find VR programming in more than just that classroom, including one of the most natural places you'd expect to find it, with computer programming classes. Andy Honey is a computer programming instructor. In this classroom, not only are students using virtual reality programs, they're also creating them.
The cool thing about that is that we tell them kind of, here's how you work with VR at a basic level. Now go look and research and delve deep into the different topics. And so we hand them off and have them do their own research, kind of giving them a guided research that they'll use for other computer programming tasks.
Honey says that some of the programs the students are creating are pretty impressive.
We can create these VR applications for running on phones and VR headsets just right out of the box, and then run them as websites. We've also seen ambitious student or two actually try to create a full VR game, where we've had students in the past do things like VR spell simulator, where the gestures do different spells, and you can do like Iron Man flight and stuff.
Another classroom offering VR simulations is for students working with invasive cardiology.
So the C-arm is the radiation, the II. So it's going to swivel around. This is going to act like the patient, okay? And as we're going in and fixing the vessels around their heart, on the big screen you can actually see the heart.
While it helps students practice ahead of time, there's another benefit to this virtual reality program.
Instead of introducing a whole bunch of radiation to students before they're actually into industry, then they're able to sit here and be protected and not have radiation.
And students have been grateful for that hands-on activity.
They love the fact that they're not sitting in their desk the entire time listening to a PowerPoint. They're actually getting up and physically being able to put didactic with lab.
Whether it's cardiology, computers, or cars, virtual reality has been a great addition to Southeast Technical College and its students.
It makes them feel more confident in what they're doing. It's fun. It's a good time. And yeah, you can play around with it. There's a lot of different things you can do with it.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Summer Roddershot.
And Yagi says that one of her favorite parts about the VR program is that they're able to save money on paint by practicing virtually first.